Hey, thanks for tuning in to Grow by Joe. In this video, I'm going to talk about everything that you'll need to be prepared in order to apply for a business loan, and most importantly, increasing your chances of actually getting approved and funded, most importantly. All right, so you want to borrow money in your business. That's great. You've absolutely come to the right place. You want to be prepared when you're going to go for a business loan. It's super important, and I've seen a lot of business owners over the years are not prepared, but they want to get money. One, you're going to have to fill out an application, so be ready to do that. Two, your credit worthiness. Banks do and non-bank lenders look at your personal credit, so you want to make sure you're keeping your personal credit up to date. And then three, they're going to want to look at the financial information about your business to understand how much they can approve you for so they can make sure that you can afford to repay. So the things that they're going to look at is usually a most recent tax return. Sometimes they'll need the last 2 years. They'll also going to want your profit, loss, and balance sheet, so your financials. Most lenders will want at least last year's. Some of them will want 2 years. And then they all usually want at least the year-to-date financial statements, especially if you're going for a loan over $500,000. The other thing that they need is the last 6 months of your business bank statement. So you want to make sure that you have all of these things together and are prepared. If you want answers quickly, having all these things ready and giving it over to your loan advisor in one shot will only speed up the process of you getting approved and funded. Now, other things you may need if you're going for a loan of $1 million or higher, or multi-millions or tens of millions, and we work on these type of transactions, you may need some financial projections. You may need a management team bios. They may want some sort of like business plan or business model to show how you're going to borrow money and get from point A to point B, or how you're going to put capital to work to make sure that you understand the true ROI and how to make financing work in your business. If you're going to be $1 million or under, you usually won't need projections or a business plan or bios and things like that. But in that $250,000 range to $1 million, you still will need a recent year's tax return, last year's financials, and year-to-date financials, along with some recent bank statements in order to tie it in to your financials. Lenders usually want to look at your accounts payable and account receivable aging reports, so you want to make sure that you have those up to date with your accountant or controller. I really recommend for all of this stuff, and it's really like the way that you should be running your business, is you want to keep these things up to date on a monthly basis, and you want to be looking at them. This gives you the pulse and the insights of what's going on in your business. So if an opportunity strikes, you don't have to scramble. I've seen so many business owners come to us that have the opportunity of a lifetime, but then they don't have their financials up to date, and they miss out on the opportunity because they can't get the financing that they need. You want to pretend like you're going to go for financing at any given moment, so you want to keep all these things up to date and ready to send at a moment's notice. Super, super important. You want to make sure that they're accurate, and you want to make sure that you're reviewing them and understand them, because what leads me to the next thing that's going to be really important is speaking with a lender or an underwriter. It's extremely important. If you want to maximize your approval and get the best approval, be prepared in order to have a conversation with underwriting, and they may ask you questions about your financials. You want to know those answers. You want to be positive and excited about your business, and you want to be able to explain and have a plan together. Yes, I'm going to borrow X amount of dollars. I'm going to do this, 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 and this in my business, and I should get this type of ROI from doing these things. And the better that you can do that, the more it'll ensure your access to capital. It's also really important that you are showing profit in your business. If you're not showing profit, it's okay. We work with many owners and founders that are having losses or break even, and we're able to get those transactions completed and get those business owners funding. If you know that you're going to apply for financing, if you can make sure that you pay attention to your profitability. Or what I see happen a lot is owners go to grow and they just run and grow through cash flow, and then they get themselves in a bad position. It looks like their profitability is going down, but that's just because they went and they were growing and reinvesting and spending monies that were coming in. So I recommend, if you know that you're going to really grow and start spending money on tech builds or marketing or different things, apply for financing prior to that. Get a line of credit or something in place so you've got that money there before you really eat into all of your profit. If you're not profitable, then you want to make sure that you can explain that you have a clear path to profitability. That's going to be really important. When you're working with some of the best non-bank lenders today, they're going to all want to understand, how do you plan to get profitable so you can continue to service the debt that you're about to take out? And the other thing that's important is, do you have collateral in your business? Now, if you don't have collateral, there's many lenders out there today that can just focus on the cash flow of your business and lend purely on cash flow. So it's okay. But there are things that are collateral that business owners don't think of. If you have B2B receivables, that's collateral. You can leverage those things to get amazing lines of credit. Inventory is collateral. You can leverage inventory along with your receivables to access a line of credit. If you've got machinery paid off or real estate that you're open to using, these are things that you want to bring up to your advisor, because maybe they can sweeten the pot or bring better terms to the table if you've got forms of collateral that you can throw into the mix. And then lastly, if you're growing and scaling your business, I have nothing but respect for you, and I know what it takes to do that because I've done that myself. You want to make sure that you're keeping your personal credit in check. Every lender today, bank and non-bank lender, is going to look at your personal credit. The higher credit score, obviously 700 or higher, is always going to help you access the best loan terms. It's super important to keep your credit in check. Do whatever you need to do, because if there's any late or if there's high balances, they're never getting paid down, that will affect your score, and it will affect the way underwriters looking at your application. And lastly, when choosing a lender, you want to make sure that you're going with the right lender. So do some online research, make sure that they have good reviews. There's nothing worse than working with a bad lender, especially if things go wrong in your business. And that's really when you want a lender on your side. So you want to work with a lender that's got a great reputation, or work with an advisor group that has a great reputation. So make sure you do your online research. And it's always great to get multiple options brought to the table, whether it's from non-bank lenders or from banks. I hope you found this video helpful. If you've got more questions, if you want to get connected with my team, check out that link below and get connected. We're always happy to help answer any questions you may have. Just feel free to give us a quick call. Remember, financing is a tool when utilized the right way. So I hope you utilize financing to grow and scale your business, and just keep doing what you're doing, keep growing. And again, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and share this with a fellow business owner if you thought you found this helpful. Thank you.